What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? So, so if you watched my last video or if you were able to go in chronological order, I said that I was going to come back and talk about the scandals with this whole FTX situation because it implicates a lot of people into it. It does. So why don't we just go ahead and get right into it? Okay. But if you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit subscribe. Guys, on this channel, we talk about the inconvenient truth, what's going on in the world and domestically, and how it's going to affect you. Okay. So thank you for watching. If you have subscribed to the channel, please hit the like button. Please share. Help a sister with the algorithm. Thank you for watching. All right, let's get started. All right, a couple of people who definitely got hit. Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen put their $650 million fortune into maximizing their stake in FTX cryptocurrency. I don't, of course, believe that he put all his money into FTX because he'd be insane. And this isn't even the biggest deal of the scandals, but it's like he almost got messed up. So I think he pulled out what he had. This was happening. Tom Brady is not going to, go bankrupt anytime soon. But poor thing is having quite the year, okay? But you know what I mean? I think he'll be fine. The biggest issue with this whole situation is the money laundering, okay? Because I read to you the other day that money was being sent, our tax dollars was being sent to Ukraine, and Ukraine has been found to be giving money to FTX. And so where does that money go? Where does that money go? I mean, like I said, Jordan Belfort said it himself. He was like, how is crypto and Bitcoin able to move with the government not, coming in and shutting it down? Well, because he's like, it could be used as talk about all the laundering that can be. And then he stopped, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I ain't gonna say nothing because when I talk, I get in trouble. But yeah, well, why would you shut down your whole cash cow? Why would you? This is why, too, we probably couldn't see like a paper trail of where this money was going. I've always said, I'm like, yo, these people must have LLCs and stuff in Ukraine. And that's why our tax dollars keep going there. I'm going to say this, okay? I am not calling for violence. Because I have to say that on YouTube. I'm not calling for violence, but what this administration has been doing, what this government has been doing, it is insane to me that we are not at the lawns of the White House right now. But okay, here it is. You know what I'm saying? Privacy X, who I need to go look. We know why the fraud in WH wants to fly the Ukraine flag on his forehead. Money laundering. Them goes there, goes here, and then it goes to FTX. And guess who? FTX was a money laundering scam for Democrats. $50 million spent on electing Dems this cycle. $50 million spent. He was found, this guy, Sam, I'm not even going to try this. Sam was found to be the largest donor to the Democrats underneath George Soros, because nobody, and I mean nobody, out donors George Soros. Okay. Will a single Democrat return the blood money given to their campaigns? No. Through the theft of our savings. Through the theft of regular American savings. But again, money from Ukraine was coming back to FTX. So this is this is how this affects you. This is how this affects you too, by the way, if you're watching not in America and you're watching from like another country like Australia, England, I swear to God, I'm reaching people. All right. So anyway, it affects you too because y'all money went to Ukraine too. So how do we know that, your money didn't come back to our Democrats here in USA? Okay, right? And so it came back. You know what I'm saying? Our government was just caught in laundering billions. Shut it the F down right now. They cannot remain in power. Straight up and down. Wall Street Apes was like, what the F are people doing? Still posting updates about ballot totals. The election should be called off immediately. It was just proven. The World Economic Forum partner to the FTX. That's another thing. FTX is partnered with the World Economic Forum. We'll look for pictures. We'll look for proof, right? Laundered money for Democrats by means of war fund given through exchange, and then converted it to cash and sent back as donations. Every single person and news source should be sharing this, not election updates. This election interference by fraud. This is election interference by fraud. Money, hashtag money laundering, hashtag Ukraine, hashtag racketeering, hashtag Biden. Yes, it is. Sam is hanging out with the Clintons. I mean, That's not hard. You know, I mean, first of all, if it's called money laundering, you better believe that the Clintons are going to be involved. If anything's being laundered, we're not going to keep the Clintons out of it. Okay. Anyway, this is like a banana republic. Like, it is insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know America does what they do, but dang, come on. But the difference is that's why they want to take this internet so bad from us. They keep finding out what's going on back there. That's why we don't want Donald Trump, because he tells us the truth too much. Even if he's effing up right now or whatever, I don't know, don't care. And they don't need the internet. They don't need it, okay? Because we can't control it. They find ways to tell each other what's going on. I'm gonna tell you like this. Go ahead, take the internet from me. I just guess I have to print up a bunch of paper and then pass it out. Anyway, this is your daily reminder that Ghislaine Maxwell sex trafficked kids, absolutely no clients, while the Uniparty Dems and Rhinos, to absolutely no clients, yep. While the Uniparty Dems and Rhinos laundered our money in Ukraine to finance election fraud and the communism of the Great Reset. Yes. U.S. tax dollars at work. I mean, where do you even go? Well, I guess we'll start here for now. Biden gives U.S. tax money in form of military humanitarian aid, uses U.S. aid to partner with, they give it to, this kid, uses U.S. aid to partner with FTX, donates money to Dem Party PACs and candidates, and then backs Biden, who's key. And that's how the cycle goes. All of a sudden, Zelensky is talking about peace with Russia. Back in April, Russia and Ukraine's leaders met to actually have a real peace talk, and they were getting pretty good and far ahead with it. Russia was, the leaders, Z and V, because I don't want this video taken down. It's chock full of information. So Z and V. Z came to V to talk. V, Vlad, said he was like, unfortunately it is this serious. I mean, the DHS said that, we're being watched. Nobody's doing anything about it. And so I don't want to lose my channels. I like talking to you guys. Anyway, Vlad told Zelensky, listen, y'all could keep this part and that part. We want y'all to be a sovereign nation. I'm not here to take away Ukraine, all right? But you're not joining NATO. You still keep X, Y, Z, and then we just back up off each other. Based on some calm stuff like that. It's reported, Michael Tracy did a really good interview about this. And he said that White House must have figured out what was going on, called up the boy Boris Johnson, who flew over or sent somebody, whatever, flew over to Ukraine and deaded that whole conversation immediately. Like, Nizzle, no, there will not be any peace talks, okay? So Ukraine had to fall back. Now, this last week, Ukraine was talking about how they was gonna take over, the area, and they all the hardcore talk like we're winning. All of a sudden, Zelensky is asking for peace with Russia, but he's still trying to flex, right? And it seems like around the time when all this stuff I wish I would have really been paying attention a lot harder as to this whole situation with FTX. But it seems like while this FTX thing was happening, while this leak either was coming or whatever, Ukraine all of a sudden wanted to talk about peace. Now, they said that I can't, I'll put it this way. So now he wants to talk about peace, but he's still trying to flex and say, if we're going to have peace, but I'm going to keep this part of the land, that part of the land. Like, he's coming up with a bunch of demands where Russia's like, but we can't, that's not peaceful. Like, but it is rumored that somebody who works for the CIA is going over to talk to people in Russia about peace with Ukraine. So there's supposed to be some peace talk. Behind Ukraine back, because Ukraine's trying to flex, so they like America, it seems like, would be saying, we'll deal with it on our own. Because everybody knows who's really fighting this war. Why would now all of a sudden we want peace with Russia? What kind of peace? So this is not me saying that all of a sudden America's going to do the right thing, or we're not going to be involved in any kind of issues with Russia. I don't know. This is me making a prediction. But if this is the case, and this thing has come out about, FTX, all of this is happening at the same time. I would like to believe, I'm inclined to believe, because I'm done with coincidences after 2020. Okay? You don't have to be this way. This is me. I'm believing that they're like, yo. And I don't really know why this would be an issue for them, but hold on. They're like, yo, the jig is up. You know what I mean? The jig is up, and we need to have this peace talk right now and dead this war. That's one option. Or remember, this kid's files leaked. Sometimes people leak their own files, and it seems like all of this is happening, and he's probably calm. I personally think it was a setup for many reasons. Number one, the setup was to get money back in their pockets, but really number one was to destroy y'all crypto venture. People who started off with good intentions. A different autistic infiltrate came in and infiltrated y'all whole business, and then put themselves on Front Street. I'm inclined to, I'm sorry, you know what, guys, listen, all right? Like, I'm not even going to sit here and like, well, I'm not living in these lies anymore, because the fact is, it's not that I can do anything about it, right? Okay, but I'm tired of the lies. So there's a lot of holes in dead space for me to keep, there's a lot of holes in dead space for me to fill in. All right, now be clear, this is my thoughts. I think this kid was probably already working with the CIA. Hey, okay? You don't have to think that. Hey, let's set you up. Come on, in 3 years, he became the savior of cryptocurrency, bailing people out and everything else. Now, I know that they did this little scheme where it's like we setting the price and we selling it back and forth to each other, but this took off. Apparently, FTX had their logos on like the football player uniforms. Come on, come on, right? And so now the files leak. Never let a good crisis go to waste, okay? And what do you hear? We need more regulation on digital currency. And that's how you get an infiltrate who comes in, messes up what you're doing, so that the government can say, that's all right, we got it from here, okay? Open your eyes, all right? They did it with the medical community. You know what I'm saying? They've done, this is what especially our establishment, this is what they do. They cause chaos, and they come and say, we're here to help. It is extraordinary. But we'll watch and see where this goes. Remember, CBDC is coming. FedNow, the prototype, the pilot website for FedNow will start in 2023. They want us all to start playing around with it and using it as just a little bit of a wallet, okay? This is happening fast, okay? But be clear, this does not mean, oh, we're gonna go and things are gonna calm down. Nah, this is what they call, maybe people are getting a little too close to the answers, or too close to what we've been doing, and we need to shut this down right now. Anyway, I don't know. So, because I'm not going to know everything, right? But we'll find out together, right? So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you like what you saw, please subscribe. And if you already subscribed, please hit the like button. I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.